Hey guys, it's Cyclone here, and I'm bringing you a general Dokkan discussion video regarding how do players rank units in this game. Because it's actually not quite as straightforward as one may think. I'm showing you the most obvious example of how somebody may consider best units in the game, but this is actually a mistake. And let me show you. This list is literally just damage. So, first of all, you need to take these units into the teams that work best for their damage output. Turn 1, the Blue Fusions are not the most impressive units, but they do have dodge chance in slot 3. That makes them very valuable for events where you don't want them to get hit, right? Put them on rotation. Oh, I have a blue boy. And then he's like a top 5 unit. So, as you can see, this is literally Rainbow and the best possible rotation, Rainbow as well, that you can possibly do. And against, actually, how do they do the enemy calculation? Is there a calculation for enemies? All units will be calculated on the new turn average, 4.5 turns. Again, that's why the Blue Fusions aren't higher. Units are calculated at the Rainbow level. Optimal teams. Complete leader skill. See, first of all, there's no indicator as to what enemy these units are hitting. So, Unigoku, right? One of the hardest bosses in the game. Dodges like crazy. You need defense to tank his attacks. And you also value dodge a lot in that round if you can have it. So these hard hitters are going to get one shot. The fusions against Unigoku are top 3 in slot 3. They are so good. Now, Vegito is countered by the int, but if you crit with him, which is, you can crit quite often, you're doing like 2.5, 3 million damage, 3.5 million damage, multi-attacks. I mean, you're getting a lot of damage off even with a type disadvantage, and you have a 50% dodge chance in slot 3. That's extremely valuable. So this is literally just a damage list, and it's very straightforward. But how do you rate the best units in the game? Well, that's where you have to think about placing a unit for the event that you're doing. You can't just make a best unit in the game list. That's not correct. There is a Super Battle Road tier list, there is an Extreme Super Battle Road tier list, and there is a Legendary Goku event tier list. There have to be 3 tier lists. And I don't hear anybody talking about this, but there needs to be 3 tier lists because the events are different. For instance, let's go down the list here. This guy is like universally awesome in everywhere he goes. Like, he's amazing. So I think he's always a safe top 10 pick in any of the 3 tier lists I just mentioned. Does he have the best defense? No, but he can give your teammates a lot of key turn 1 and rotate, come in, stack his defense that turn in slot 2 or something, and he's, if you're getting 2 attacks, he's 60% defense buffed. I mean, he's really solid, guys. This right here is exactly what my favorite unit in the game, Boo-Tanks. I want to talk about this guy right here. This is the Swiss Army knife of Dokkan right here. This guy is the Swiss Army knife. He's top 3, at worst top 5, but he's top 3. Unigoku, top 4. No, I have to do top 4. I keep forgetting that. Unigoku, Jiren, the Super Vegito, and the Boo-Tanks are the 4 best all-around units in the game. Now, why do I say that? I could say, why do I say that? Because On all three tier lists, these guys are near the very top. This Boo Tanks heals and has good turn 1 defense. If you super first with him, get his 18 key, you have really good defense. You're also healing every turn, and you can do 2, maybe even 3 supers in turn 1. If you're lucky. Again, Super Battle Road requires a lot of luck, and that's why units that can capitalize on luck more often, more consistently, are going to be the best units in the game. Hell, UI Strength Goku can get destroyed if he doesn't dodge in the early stages, and that's happened. But he's still considered like a top god tier unit. Because UI Goku dodges in Super Battle Road, and he dodges in LGE. He dodges everywhere. Is he better in the early rounds? Yes. But he can also be cheesed if you're not careful. If you just get unlucky, right? But the math is on your side, which is why he's considered so good. Does that make sense? You can't just say a character with X amount of dodge is at X tier. No. You have to say, in Super Battle Road, what does having X% of dodge actually do for you? And defense stacking, we can't forget that. LGE, what does X amount of dodge give you? I mean, for the UI stage, he still has 50%, and by that time, he's fully maxed on his defense stacking. So he's crazy. And his damage, and his ki. That's why he's so good. That's why UI Strength Goku is a god tier unit. In all the events in the game, the high-end difficulty events, he's great. Now, you could also say, what about an Infinite Dragon Ball History tier list? Well, in my opinion, I feel like Legendary Goku teams work basically the same on Infinite Dragon Ball History, and LGE is more difficult. So I just call it an LGE team. We can call it the endurance style team, right? These guys. I mean, Truth thinks he's the best in the game because of his skill. I don't have any problem with him saying that. That super attack scanning is absurd. For no item runs especially, which is really what makes a unit the best, how well they perform without items, that's key. Again, that's why these units are so nuts, because they work on no item runs so effectively. Once I got this Boo, I've been able to no item the LGE several times. But before that, I was having a lot of trouble. Even with the fusion units, and this Boo Tanks has really helped me do the LGE no item. Significantly so. Like, I throw him on the final trump card, and it's almost like not that hard. You got the Vegito, year 3 Vegito heal. You have this guy coming in doing his self-heal, which is a 15% until he transforms. That's 10%. But by then, he's doing like 6 million damage to the UI final stage when he's transformed into Buhan, and that's not with any support. He's doing that by himself. And he has like 250k defense by himself, no support. It's craziness. That's how you really have to approach listing the best units in the game. It's not the number that you see here. It's all of the functionality behind the unit in different circumstances. Jiren, wow. Like, the reason why I'm probably not doing any more summoning right now, and I'm not even going to summon for the upcoming Boo units, maybe a little bit for Gohan, that's about it. This Jiren. This Jiren is so disgusting. Look at this. I mean, this man decimates opponents, and he still has good defense. So, and he stacks turn 1 like instantly. Boom. 200% bonus. Like, what the hell? It's insane. Like, this guy is an amazing unit, but I don't know, man. I think he gets hit too hard now. Does he have a counter? Yeah. I don't have him, but I've seen tier lists where he's no longer like the god tier. He's the tier down. He's you know, demigod tier. He's really, 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 really good, has a really good leader skill, etc. But he his defense is a little bit suspect. A little bit. Not, like, again, look at this. This Vegeta, again, I've been hearing great things about him. A little bit RNG focused, and that the fact that he kind of has to be a slot 2 unit, but his defense just makes up for it, man. His defense is crazy. Like, you know, when that unit attack goes off, it's mega damage time. Mega 10 million attack stats stored to damage. Like, what the hell? And that's, you know, I would argue he's probably better for longer events. Could just be me, right? But when you want that unit attack, and that's going to matter. So, I don't know. I think that's important for him. Like, no. He's not the 3rd best unit in the game. He does the 3rd most damage in an optimal scenario, but he's not the 3rd best unit. He's top 15, but he's not, no. His defense is just not good enough, right? You get hammered by Unigoku. You get, if you dodge, great, but no, yes, Big Bad Bosses really helps him, and he's a really great unit, but he's not like a god tier anymore. But he's definitely top 15. There's no doubt about it. That's just the point I'm trying to make. Like, for example, here's a unit you don't see on here. One of my current, like, MVPs, Incel. This man on my screen is better than all of these units. Well, I mean, these guys, not when they're transformed, but he's better than them. He's better than them. He's better than them. Close. I would say Incel and this Spirit Bomb Goku are in the same realm, but the Cell has one key advantage. Healing. This Cell acts like the Vegito units. Acts like the 3rd year Vegito. And for the Extreme Team, that's nuts. Because the Extreme Teams already have healing. And then you pop his ability and you're back to full freaking health. What? Full health? Not only that, he buffs the Extreme Teams substantially. He has an active skill that does like 4 million, 5 million damage if you crit. Like, what the hell? And he has great links. Look at these links, man. He has a lot of them. A lot of flexibility with this unit. In terms of his usability, like around the game, he's better than the AGL Gohan. I know people would think I'm nuts for saying that, but you need an Android 16 for this annoying little kid here. You need an Android 16 for his ultimate form. Hang on, not an Android 16. I believe it's an Android's unit. Hang on. Let me just completely confirm this. HP is 58% or less with an Android's category ally, starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. So he transforms, right? You have an Android unit on the team. What links does the Android unit have with transformation boost? Category. But what links does the Android... Like, you see this? This is why people complain about this unit, because you're not going to see Super Saiyan 2 Gohan in an intense event. Like, not very often. Super Battle Road? No. Like, he's good in his Super Saiyan form. Absolutely. But I would argue Incel more viable for team comp and for more event types in the game. No. Tech Broly has aged, and he's outside of the top 10. He's probably around the 20th slot nowadays. Like, he doesn't take hits anymore. Like, this man has trash tier defense. Trash tier. Cannot do turn 1 anymore. The meta has just, like, walked right by this guy. And that's just an example right there as to why he's not on the overall tier list scene where he used to be. So, that's it, guys. That's the video. Hope you guys had a fun one. and I will see you on the next Dokkan battle video.